Okay, hello everyone. We are from DDTS3. My name is Logaraj Samodaran.
And I'm Satish Kumar, son of Shanmugam.
My name is Srishwaran Gunasekharan.
And my name is Aishwini Siva. Okay, now we are going to discuss about case study. So, the introduction is a website operated by a securities brokerage firm servers suffers a hacking attack. As a result of the attack, the firm's customers are unable to conduct trades for several hours. On the day of the attack, the stock market is volatile and many customers are trying unsuccessfully to buy or sell stocks. The customers are very unhappy and blame the firm for failing to prevent, detect, and recover from the attack. Okay. This is the problem of the case right now. So now the suitable law for this case is Computer Crime Act 1997. The protection against the misuses of computers and computer criminal activities are ensured by the Computer Crime Act 1997, such as unauthorized use of programs, illegal transmission of data or messages over computers, and hacking and cracking of the computer system and network are banned by this law. Therefore, to those who disobey this law can be charged on the court. So next we are going to talk about impacts of attacks. So my friend Lograj will explain more about that. Thank you.
Okay, alright. Okay, my name is Logaraj. Okay, I would like to discuss about impacts of attacks. Okay, the first one is cyber attack short-term effect. Some cyber attacks have the power to disrupt your business immediately. For example, denial of service attack, which is called DOS attacks, DOS attacks, is when a network is flooded with spam accounts and unable to process legitimate customers and requests. DOS attacks can temporarily or identifiably disrupt services of any business connected to the internet. It can stop customer from reaching your online checkout, browsing, purchase merchandise, or from accessing your site altogether. Not only these block current clients from your online resources, but it can also prevent new traffic and divert potential clients. Another common cyber attack with immediate consequences is ransomware. Ransomware is a form of malicious malware that gets into your system and encrypts your data. Okay, now I will discuss about the long-term effect of cyber attacks aren't as obvious as the short-term effects. After a cyber attack, if customer data and personal information are leaked to hackers, the reputational damage often occurs. Many customers, especially if the data breach is severe, choose to take their business elsewhere. Furthermore, it can slowly down new business by scaring off potential customers. If corporations have a history of compromising personal and financial data, the consumer are far less likely to do business with them, especially if competitors have endured similar breaches. Other long-term effects that impacts business are lawsuits and fines. Civil lawsuits are common when cyber attacks leak large amounts of personal information. Often, these lawsuits take years to settle and are expensive too. Okay, now my friend Satish Kumar would like to discuss about ways to prevent cyber attacks.
Okay, one more. Thank you, Loga. We can avoid cyber attacks by following several ways to prevent cyber attacks. The first and foremost solution to prevent cyber attacks on companies is to have a secure and sophisticated hardware which are password protected and backed up by two-way authentication. Also, it is better you don't overlook the effectiveness of protecting your physical storage disk, because if neglected, then it gives an opportunity to anyone and everyone to walk away with your firm's sensitive data. Safeguard your company's hardware. A survey conducted by IDC says that the most of the data breaches occur when stolen equipment reaches the hand of the hackers. For instance, if one of your employees in working in R&D loses his or laptop, then the company for which she is working for can land into serious troubles if the sensitive data reaches the hands of hackers. Secondly, encrypt data. Encryption of data gives your company an upper hand when your data falls into wrong hands. And that's the due to the fact that it becomes useless even if a hacker sneaks it out. And mind you, it's not that easy to break into encryption available in the market these days. Then, backup data. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, hackers get into your network and try to encrypt your data with ransomware. But if your enterprise has backup copy of the latest, then you or your company need to not bow out to the demands of the hacker. Next page. Also, it's wise to invest in cybersecurity insurance these days because cyber criminals are becoming too sophisticated these days. They are coming up with ways to break into the most advanced cyber defenses. Then, educate employees on the latest happening in the cyber landscape so that they can help mitigate cyber risks with ease. This includes educating them about risks associated with using unsecured networks to access work info and avoiding unsecured websites and sharing sensitive data on social media. Restricting them from password sharing will also help. Uh, Lastly, the use of anti-malware solutions and protecting enterprise networks with efficient firewalls will also help in keeping your enterprise IT safe from attacks. That's all from me. Now my partner.
Thanks, Satish Kumar. Such a nice explanation. For my turn, I am going to tell about implication to the brokerage firm. Information technology (IT) plays a critical role in securities industry. Unfortunately, cyber threats to the information and competitive system of brokerage firms are increasing, and with these threats come with the risk of potential harm to investors. Dangers include email hack attacks, improper transfer to theft of customer assets, and misuse of even theft of customer data. Get to know your firm's cybersecurity practices and policies. First, what safeguard do you have in a place to protect my personal information and assets? Secondly, do you monitor my personal information to determine whether it has been stolen or misused? Thirdly, how do you handle an account intrusion or other malicious cyber event? For example, would I notify if my personal information or assets were compromised? And how would I receive the notification? Will you reimburse me if my assets are compromised by a cyber attack? And lastly, are there any measures that they recommend I take personally protect the information of my computer, including protection of password or other sensitive information? Then, identify authentication. A variety of options are available to business, including brokerage firms, to verify a customer identity. Many data security experts advocate a layer of multiple factor approach to authenticating customers' identity. Cybersecurity experts encourage the use of additional layer of protection, such as knowledge authentication, correct answers to challenge questions like what is your mother's middle name, or ownership factors like having enter a randomized pin generated by a key fob or token that will have been used. When it comes to password, requirement for password strength may vary from firm to firm. In general, stronger password protocols, for instance, the use of upper lower case letters combined with numbers or symbols, contribute to a safer online experience. Experts recommend that you not use the same password for multiple accounts and that you can change your password frequently, like every 3 or 6 months. Next. Practice cyber safety. Your online security can be enhanced by doing your part to safeguard your brokerage accounts and personal financial information. Sound cyber safety tips include using up-to-date firewall and antivirus programs on your personal computer, as well as formally logging out of all online sessions related to your account once you are finished. Email awareness is essential. Cyber criminals use a variety of phishing techniques, scam that use spam email or fake website, or lure into revealing your bank brokerage account information. Password or pins, social security number or other type of confidential information. Beware of the email that requests personal information and don't reply or click on the link in unsolicited email that asks for personal information. Phishing scammers are growing ever more sophisticated. Targeted phishing, known as a spear phishing, is on the rise. These personalities emails seem plausible. For instance, an emails purporting to be from your brokerage firm asking you to update personal information, perhaps related to a security issue or other concern. Next. Finally, read your account and confirmation statement through to make sure that all transactions are shown are ones that you actually made or authorized. If you see a mistake or something that doesn't seem right, contact the firm immediately and follow up writing to confirm any oral communication or understanding with the firm. Lastly, the conclusion I'll let Aishwarni talk about.
Okay, the conclusion is we have talked about many things like malicious law, impact of attacks, that means short-term effect and long-term effect. Then we have talked about ways to prevent cyber attacks, and then implication to the brokerage firm, identity authentications, and lastly we have talked about practice cyber safety. So the conclusion is the cases in which the stock exchange itself is compromised do not exist, and at least to the reality of the threat. However, these cases are dated and limited to compromising the internal corporate network with no impact on trading system. So these are the conclusion, and that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.